Hello, Michael Friedrich here from beautiful North Carolina, and today I'm going to be reviewing 4 new products, the first of which is the RazoRock Wunderbar. Well, at least it's new to me, it was kindly lent to me for review. I'll also be using 3 different products from Lucky Tiger. It'll be a face wash, the shaving cream, and then the aftershave splash. So let me go ahead and assemble the razor, show you that first. I'll get my face wet, and we'll start off with the Lucky Tiger stuff. The Lucky Tiger stuff is a bit of a departure for me. I've not used these products at all. This will be kind of a return to the first impressions. Normally I would use these products for a week. I just don't think I have enough of them to actually make it through a week. So I figured, you know what the hell, I'm just gonna jump in, I'll use them one time and we'll see how well it goes. Kind of a return to the previous style of reviews. I like these weekly ones, but on occasion you've got to sort of break it back and do something crazy again. All right, the Wunderbar, which I'm going to assemble for you. It is a 3-piece slant. I'll be using a silver blue in here, which I'll be using, I think this is the second, maybe the third shave. This is all stainless steel, machined to a very high precision. It fits together extremely well. I'm going to include a small washer in here. That's how it was lent to me. That's how I'll keep assembling it. There's a couple things to note about the razor. Let me just get it screwed together here. It is really beautifully machined. Very, very well done. The tolerances are incredibly tight. The handle has 2 sections of knurling here at the top, and then a small ring of knurling at the bottom. Relatively heavy handle, light head, so it's a little balanced towards the handle, but not unbalanced at all. I will say the tolerances on this head are so tight that when you screw it together, and if you have a blade with wax dots on it, and I was warned about this beforehand, when you screw this together and you shave with it, it can actually be quite hard to get the razor head apart because it's been pressed together so hard and the wax dots sort of glue the top cap and the base plate together. It's not hard to get them apart, but you may have to fiddle, hold it in a towel or something like that. The Gillette Silver Blues do in fact have wax dots. I've scraped off most of it, but even that tiny remnant does make this a bit hard to disassemble. Let me see if I can show you what the blade looks like. As you can see, it is definitely significantly torqued. It's also wide on one end and narrow on the other. That's as it should be. People's impressions of this razor really vary quite widely. As you can see, it is reminiscent of the Stealth Slant in the terms of the head shape, streamlined a little bit. Doesn't have quite the heaviness of the safety bar, for example. A very, very nice design. I'll talk about how it shaves when we actually get into the shave. Opinions seem to vary quite widely on this product. Let's put that to the side for the moment. Let's go ahead and get my face wet, and I'll start off with the Lucky Tiger face wash, then the cream, and then we'll use the aftershave at the end. So here goes. Never tried them. Let's see what we get. So yeah, the face wash is a little bit cloudy. It has, at least to my sense, a very light kind of citrus scent. I think it's chamomile and some other scents in there. It actually smells quite nice. I don't know why, but for some reason for me, Lucky Tiger has sort of like in my mind when you say Lucky Tiger products, I think of like an achy muscle balm, like one of those sort of icy hot kind of things. And I don't know why I think that, but they have a range of items. This is a little bit more viscous. There we go. That may well be plenty. This may foam up. I have no idea. Never used it. Yeah, there we go. Definitely a little foamy. Very, very nice scent, actually. And yes, I'm going to rinse this off before I shave. This is a face wash and not a pre-shave product. All right. There we go. Let's get some water going. I have a suspicion this will be slightly difficult to rinse just because it has kind of a very slick feel to it. Scent is really nice. Now that's rinsing off pretty clean. Just one more on the bottom there. Wow. All right. Now, shave cream. Oh, a little more over here. Let's just get that off. All right. It's a little bit thicker, more gelatinous than I expected, but that actually was very nice. The scent is nice. Doesn't feel drying at all. In fact, there's still a little bit of residual slickness left there, which I'm going to leave on. All right, the shaving cream. I believe you can use this as a brushless shave cream where you just apply it to your face and sort of lather it with your hands. I have no idea how much to use. I'm just going to try to get enough on my face. Well, that may well be plenty. And then lather it up with a brush, which is also an option. Well, very similar scent. For me, at least a light kind of citrus. All right, yeah, I think I got plenty out there. Well, you know what? I may have well been able to shave with these products for the week. I did not use very much of that at all out of that glass jar. All right, let's rinse my hands. First time I've shaved in a long time without a sink full of water, so this is, getting crazy all over the place. Wow, well, it is very slick when rinsing, so that's pretty promising. All right, I'm going to be using synthetic brush for today. Let's go and get that wet. I'm going to shake out most of the water because otherwise when you start face lathering, it's just going to be spraying water everywhere because the fibers are, of course, quite springy. Just add water as needed. And I'm sure I'll need water. Wow, that already has a nice slick feel to it, but clearly way more water. Let's drip some on the brush, get that good and wet. It's like the thrill of discovery. You just don't know what's going to happen. Oh yeah. That's coming together very nicely actually. Feels nice and slick on the face. A little dense still. Yeah, a little dense. Let's add a bit more water. Yeah, first time trying any Lucky Tiger products. You definitely see them in people's shaves of the day. They don't seem to get a lot of, sort of high visibility. Not mentioned often, but so far so good. Wow, yeah, that is lathering up quite nicely. That feels pretty good. I'm going to add just a touch of water. Just lighten it up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. You can hear how sort of wet that sounds. And the brush isn't sticking to my face. All right. Rinse my hands. All right. The Wunderbar. So I have shaved with a lot of slants, and I had requests from people to go ahead and review this. Very kindly lent to me by another person. We've actually traded momentarily. So he's using my Mongoose, and I'm using the Wunderbar. I've shaved with this all week, and I'll sort of talk through sort of where I think the positives and the negatives are on this razor. Let's go ahead and start shaving, and I'll talk through how it's gone. The description of this razor is highlighted by the fact that there's directions that tell you to use no pressure, light pressure, and that is 100% great advice. razor is described by a lot of people as sort of overly aggressive. And again, I think this is a circumstance where that term just isn't really accurate. I think what they're really talking about is the fact that this razor, very, very light touch, by the way, all I'm doing is just literally gliding over the skin. The razor is very efficient. It is taking off stubble with no issues, no resistance, no tugging, no pulling. But you can also feel on your skin just how much it is cutting. I know that for some, this razor is very prone to nicks. And I can understand that. I've definitely had a few moments when shaving with this where I thought, oh, but I didn't cut myself. No nicks. I've had one or two small weepers, and in fact, I predict I'll probably have a small spot of blood on my chin. That's happened every time I've shaved with it. Now, right here, for example, for me, not comfortable. I cannot find an angle where this razor isn't a little bit uncomfortable on that particular spot on my face. The hair is coming off. It's not an issue about being unable to shave there. It's just that for some reason in that spot, it's uncomfortable. Everywhere else, at least on this with the grain pass, no issues. The head is small enough that you can easily get into the spot under your nose, unlike some of the other razor designs like the Stealth Slant or the Bakelite Slant or the Superlight, where the head design is just a little bit too high and curved, makes it really hard to get in there. Okay, first pass, let me go and rinse off my face. Residual slickness, it's there, but not extraordinary. Let's go and get lathered up for pass number 2. Drip just a bit of water again on the brush. I think I still have plenty in the brush for a second pass and maybe for a third, but if not, I'm just going to apply a little bit more, probably directly to the brush. Yeah, the shave cream does not have sort of that dense, fatty richness that you get from a lot of artisan soaps. It does have a very pleasant, light scent to it. Certainly slick. I would not describe this as dense and protective. On the other hand, I think I may have initially used too much. This may well be kind of a good choice or kind of a concentrated soap. All right, let's rinse off my hands. Pass number 2, across the grain. Now, I've had one interesting experience with the razor. I normally shave every morning before work. Some days, however, the workday starts quite early. I have a 7 o'clock meeting and I need to be in the office for those meetings. I could work from home. It's just better if I'm in the office. So if I have to be there by 7, it means I need to get up early, shower, and leave the house. There's really no time for a morning shave. So, for example, Tuesday morning, regular workday, shave in the morning. Wednesday morning, I have a 7 o'clock start, and that means I have to shave again Tuesday night. And that gap was only about, 15 hours or so. That was kind of not a great idea with this razor, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. The razor is very efficient. Like, it is taking off hair with no issues. And to me, what I'm reminded of is those breeds of dogs that need something to do. Dogs that need a job. They need to carry something. They need to pull something. They need to be guarding something. They need something to do. And I kind of feel like this razor falls into that same kind of category. This is, at least for me, actually not that great a choice for a daily shave. It's almost too efficient in that regard. This is 2.5 days of growth. And that's a much more comfortable shave than I've been having sort of the normal daily shaves. And no pressure. If you press down on this, I can see why people will be nicking themselves, even with applying very light pressure. It feels like it could catch at a moment's notice. Good lather, slick lather, no pressure. Yeah, you can see that lather's dissipated there quite a bit. Definitely need to apply more for the next pass. I think if you have a dense, heavy beard and it grows out thick every day, or if you shave every 2 or 3 days, you've got a good solid growth, I think this will make a very good option for you. If you have to shave every day and you don't have a very thick, heavy, coarse beard, well, this could still be a good option, but just be aware of the fact that very efficient. And I think that the head style and the design, the amount to which the blade is torqued and angled, it's like a degree or two past some of the other slant designs, obviously on purpose. You have sort of, a spectrum of designs there. This is clearly at one end. And it may just be too much for some people. Just either too efficient / aggressive. I don't think aggressive really is the right word here. In part because the blade has zero flex in it. It is under perfect control on that razor. It's just twisted and torqued in a way which makes it really, really take the hair off. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of shaving cream, not much, just a little bit. I'm going to add that. That's really all I'm doing. I'm just going to scoop that onto the brush, add a bit of water. If I need to add a bit more, I'll just put some more on. Oh yeah, much better. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm liking the shaving cream. Kind of an unexpected find there. Really did not know what to expect at all. We've never used these products. You don't hear or see them that much. Aftershave, you certainly see that, but in terms of the shaving cream, very little. Okay, that needs more water. Make sure I get a good lather for this third pass. Yeah, so the across the grain pass, again, in that same area, uncomfortable. Not a great feeling for me, and it's this same side. This side's fine, other side just not. All right, try to build up a good lather there. There we go. Yeah, nice stuff, actually. A very mild scent. If you're looking for like a strong scent throughout the shave, that's not the product for you. All right, against the grain pass. Now, is this a beautiful looking razor? Yeah, absolutely. Handle is really solid. It's got a good weight in the hand. The balance is nice. It's not overly handle heavy, but it is handle heavy. The head design, definitely, like I said, on that outside edge of the spectrum there for the slants. All right, let me go ahead and start the against the grain. Again, no pressure here, just sliding it over. Now, interestingly enough, on that side of my face, for whatever reason, this razor, both in the across the grain and the against the grain pass, not very comfortable. Definitely taking the hair off, don't get me wrong, but Okay. This side, a little bit better, a little bit easier. Because of the way the hair grows, you've got to sort of mix the angles. This side, a little bit easier. And again, I am not pressing at all. I'm literally just running this over my skin. Same problem right here. For some reason, just a little uncomfortable, but no issue with taking the hair off, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciate the fact that people are trying out new razor designs, and not every razor is for everybody. So I don't want you to take this review as somehow some kind of condemnation of this razor at all. This razor is not a great fit for me, but I have a sneaking suspicion that, yeah, right there, little nick, little weeper. This is not the razor for me, but I have a feeling that there are people out there that are absolutely loving this razor. Yeah, see, this is just a tiny little spot. I've had one of those every day. All right, let me just rinse and do a quick under the chin cleanup. See how this does? Yeah, and it's kind of the beauty of the fact that there are this many options in the wet shaving world. If this isn't the razor for you and you purchased it, you will absolutely be able to sell it on no issues whatsoever. I know that these are supposed to be manufactured on a rotating basis. There should be no restriction or limited run of these. I don't know how often they'll be produced, but apparently this is one of the razors that RazoRock will continue to produce. Yeah, right there. A little sensitive. You can feel that if you made, like if I were to press down there or you just are just inattentive, I think you're going to pay for that. Okay, let's rinse off and see how we did. Well, the shaving cream seems, in the scheme of things, easy to rinse. Have it all over my ear, of course. And now in my ear. Ah! Towel will get that. Yeah, very nice, smooth shave. Good results in the end. Right here though, every day I've had some razor burn and irritation. So that's one of those interesting trade-offs where the razor is very effective. The hair is completely gone. A close shave, in the scheme of things, very easy to use, easy to maneuver, easy to hold. It's not slippy at all. But that particular head design, I think, would not be the choice for me. Which is great for those of you that want to buy one. It just means one less person angling to get one. All right, now, actually, let's rinse one more time under here. There we go. That is actually leaving a nice little bit of residual slickness. Yeah, I've really been impressed with that soap. Actually, I had no idea what to expect, and actually, in the scheme of things, that was a very nice shave. Now, let's close it off with item number 3. The Lucky Tiger Aftershave Splash. Oh, that was way too much. Let me pour that off. There we go. Wow. That is a very nice, light, pleasant scent. A little bit floral, light citrus. Oh, that feels very, very good actually. Yeah, that was still a little too much. Unfortunately, if all these bottles were to thin liquid, there's no regulator in there, just, well, accidents happen. Ooh, wow, very nice. Aftershave splash. A little bit of slickness to it. Face doesn't feel dry or tight. Well, that was an adventure. That was a good one. That was actually a really good one. All right, well, let's try to recap for what we had today. Let's start with, this is more gelatinous than I expected. This is the Lucky Tiger Face Wash. Nice, easy, clean foam, easy to rinse. Felt pretty good. Not a pre-shave, just use it as a face wash before I took time with the shave. Nice. Product number 1. Now, prodotto numero 2. Lucky Tiger liquid shave cream. It's a little bit thick. It's not like a liquid, not like the Mirsol liquids aftershave. Definitely thicker than that. Nice light scent on this as well. You can use that as a brushless cream. Using a shave brush, as you saw, worked just fine. Does seem to take a bit of water. So if you start off with too much and it's a bit dry, just keep adding water. You saw that pretty quickly came together. Nice, nice, easy shave, and in fact, quite easy to apply that after the fact. So that was nice. And then Lucky Tiger Aftershave Splash, very similar, nice light scent to it. Goes on easy, dries down with a little bit of slickness. There may be some glycerin in here. That's what it feels like. Good, good aftershave feel to that actually. Today's Razor 3-piece slant from RazoRock, the Wunderbar or the Wunderbar. Quite a fun play on words there, obviously. As you can see, let me just show you the blade angle again. Very, very high quality machining, beautiful razor, polished to a gleam, extremely tight tolerances when you put this together. As I said, if you have wax dots on the blade, the person who lent to me wasn't kidding. It does feel sort of stuck together. You have to work it apart a little bit. A very efficient shave. Not aggressive because it doesn't have a lot of blade chatter. There's not a big blade gap. At least it doesn't. That term just, I don't think it doesn't really apply here in some ways. I think what you really want to talk about here is efficiency versus comfort. Seems to be a better fit for those two. Very, very efficient. Not that comfortable for me. I definitely have an area here where each day I've had certainly some irritation. But like I said, I think this is a razor that really needs some work to do. Heavy beard growth, if you have a heavy beard every day or you shave every couple of days, you've got a good bit of growth. It definitely seems to do better with 2 or 3 days worth of growth or a heavy beard growth. Mine is not that thick, so that after a day or two, a day, not that much. 2 or 3 days, it starts to fill in a little bit. It definitely seems to do better. If I had to shave, as I did on Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, that Tuesday night shave was a little bit rough. There's just not enough there, and that razor is so efficient that it's really just shaving on your skin as opposed to your beard. So that wasn't so great. But I would still definitely recommend that people try this out, because if you have a heavy beard growth or you're shaving irregularly and you have, as a result, a heavy beard growth, this I think might be a great option. I will tell you again though, they're not joking when they say no pressure. You need to be really, really light-handed with this razor. Do not press down. Make sure you get a good, slick lather going. Pre-shave might not be a bad idea either. Get as good of a layer of protection as you can, because this is really, really going to be taking it off. My dear friend, this synthetic brush, I'm amazed that this did not slip into the sink. Almost every time I use this, as lather drips down the handle and it gets underneath the bottom, as you put it down on the edge of the sink, it has a tendency, I almost did it right there, to go right into the sink. I'm amazed that didn't happen today. Well, going to say all in all though, that was very close shave. Good products, interesting stuff which I didn't have a chance to try. Again, gifts from a very kind YouTube viewer, so thank you once again. You know who you are for sending those on. Really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you again so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video or if you have questions, please feel free to leave a comment as always, and I try to get back to those as quick as I can. As you can see, another wonderful Sunday shave. Hope you're having a great time as well, enjoying your shaves. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.